Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined by my boyfriend Jeremy. We have been together for over 11 years right now, and he's gonna answer all the questions you don't dare to ask your boyfriend or a guy in general. You didn't see the questions yet. I'm super excited for this because we've never done this before, as in never, and you haven't seen them yet. So.
No, I have not. I have no idea what this is about.
Are you nervous?
No, because I have no idea what this is about. I don't know what kind of questions.
I have them. Those are some intense questions. These are the questions, by the way, you girls send in. Let me just state that before starting all this. These are not my own questions. People send them in through Instagram. So
yeah.
You can be as honest as possible. Do you like me more with or without makeup?
Well, that's a difficult question.
Here we go.
To me, it depends. It really depends on the time of the day, and the what is the word?
That's a very political correct answer.
No, it's not. I will explain.
Okay.
The time of the day, and what I mean with that is depends on the situation, I guess. So
no, it's
I'm gonna explain myself.
Fine.
Calm down, woman. When you get all dressed up and stuff, and you put on makeup, I really like that. But that's like when you're going out, you know. So then I like it, but I really love your natural face, and you know that because half of the time I don't even know if she's wearing makeup. If she's wearing like little makeup, so if it's like heavy makeup, I do see it, of course. But
like now,
like now. But just when you wake up, you know, I love your face when you like just get out of bed. Even though you don't like your face yet, I already like your face. So when you're just at home, it's just natural look. I just like it. But like
depends
when you go
on
out,
the time of the day.
Yes, when you go out and you get dressed up, I think a makeup face complements it.
Okay, okay. Do girls always need to be freshly shaven down there?
In what situation?
No, this is not a time of the day question. This is just, do they need to be freshly shaven or not?
No, but do you mean like when you're having sex? Or do
just
you just
always
mean
in general, like
no, that's okay. I cannot ask that of anybody when you don't do that yourself all the time. Like, you know, sometimes I even annoy myself.
Yes, sorry, I was just very excited for that. Continue.
Sometimes I even annoy myself, and I'm like talking to you, and I'm like, God damn, I need to shave. You know what I mean? Like my full body, and then I'm like, alright, I'll do that tomorrow. You know?
I love you so much. Seriously, like if more guys would just think about that. No, that's a good answer. I mean, I cannot say if it's a good or a bad answer actually, but you know, I think I could say that right now. But a lot of guys actually blame women for having body hair in the first place. It's ridiculous. While they, like you said, have their own body hair.
If I'm going to be honest about body hair, like armpit hair is not my thing, but that's just my thing.
You have it. You cannot like.
I know, and I wouldn't like specifically say anything about it, but.
But also like, down there, like trust me. They do.
I know. So for me, it's like, nah. Okay, you know, just the other day I was hairy myself. I was like.
This is from someone else. Eh? These are not my own questions.
Yeah, these are the random people questions.
Yes.
All right.
If I would have been heavier, would you still want to be in a relationship with me? That's a very shallow thing, but it's a question.
These
it's
questions
something.
Are so. All right, let me say it like this. If you're unhealthy, heavy, then no. But you know this. You know this because I'm all for health. So,
but it doesn't have anything.
It does not have to do. What you mean?
If I would have been 20 kilos heavier right now, I would have been a little bit more plumpy, voluptuous.
Yeah, but if you're not if you're still in a health section, healthy section, and that can be from here to here, doesn't matter. Then it's fine with me.
So it's more about the health situation than it is about appearance for you, right?
Well,
it's more.
It's about three things. It's about health. It's about how you feel about yourself. So if you're heavier than you are now, but you don't like it yourself, I wouldn't like it either. And if you get like on the edge of unhealthy, I would say like, is this really what you want? Do you feel comfortable like this? Because that's where I came from, and I was never comfortable like that. So I would only see it from that perspective. So my answer would be right now, yes, because I love you. I mean, yeah, how is that gonna change?
Okay.
That's not gonna change.
Okay. This is a question to, I think, like a little bit of in general for guys. Is it nasty if women have their period?
Nah, man, that's all cool.
Were you raised by your mom that was like not a thing,
No,
or
no, not
it's
no.
just something you thought that yourself?
Yeah, actually, my mom never said anything about periods. All I know is women use tampons and stuff like that, but I never knew anything about it. But what makes it? I don't never understand what makes it nasty.
Oh,
I don't understand.
I know.
Yeah,
I
but-
don't understand it either, but a lot of guys are
Yeah, but like
that.
it's
really
natural.
disrespectful
It's
almost.
not something you can change. And I'm not trying to be like politically correct
No,
and
no,
all,
no.
but I mean, to me, it's no different than knowing that it's a female thing
It's a natural.
and
thing.
it's blood. I mean,
Everyone has blood.
everyone bleeds. I mean, like, yeah. And what I do think is like that women need to be open about it too. Like we had the discussion the other day. Like I would not. Well, if I would pay more attention, maybe because it's like a cycle. But I don't know when that happens.
Yeah.
So if you're more open about it, like not like you have to explain it, but like then you know as a couple, I think that would make it easier. But other than that, nasty, no, that's weird.
Cool. What if I didn't want to have kids? Would we still be in a relationship?
Nah.
I know the answer. Yeah,
We all
that
good.
was like plain
We
blunt.
all
Like
good.
no.
I don't even know if I want to have kids, so we're good. What?
What? But you just said no. That we wouldn't be in a relationship anymore.
Oh no, it wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, it wouldn't be
It
a
would
problem.
not be a problem.
But a few years ago, you said that if I didn't want to have kids, it would be a problem. Like we haven't talked about this topic in
Yeah,
a long
but
time
no,
because
it's
we're not
not.
ready for it.
It's
but
not, because right now in my life now, and just as you said, a few years ago I was different, so things change.
yeah.
So for me now, and like our lives changed like crazy over the last 4 or 5 years. So maybe a few years ago I was like, you know, yeah, get a job, get a house. Oh yeah, let's have some kids.
Just the
blah blah
circle
blah.
of life.
The same old bullshit. And I'm like, no, I want to live my life. I want to do things. I want to enjoy them with you, with friends, and see the world and do the things we like.
So if I wouldn't want to have kids, it's fine too.
Yeah, I guess, because right now I'm not thinking about kids anyways. And maybe in 4 to 5 years you go like, might want to get one kid. So
Okay.
yeah, it's fine. Why are you laughing?
Would you tell me if I was shitty in bed? I already know the answer. Jeremy's always super straightforward, so I do
Yeah.
expect you to say that. You would not keep it a secret.
No, but I
Right.
wouldn't say, but I wouldn't say like you're shitty in bed.
No, of course, it's more like constructive criticism, I think, but
If you want to call it that.
kind
I
of.
guess. There is no good or bad. People might disagree, but it's all about what you want and what somebody else wants, and then you try to fill in the blanks. So, maybe you want this and somebody else wants this, and then you find that sweet spot.
Do men really hate sitting down to pee?
Yes. No.
I
Nah.
actually wondered that myself. So
No,
thank
I don't.
you.
What do you mean hate it?
I don't know. It's like it was also a thing that was going around
Like on a
TikTok.
toilet, right?
Yeah, on a toilet and then peeing. Like,
Well, it's not preferable.
but no, okay.
I don't hate it, because no, hate is such a
Okay,
strong.
don't you like it?
I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't choose it. Let
Okay,
me put it
okay,
like that.
okay.
I would never choose to go to the toilet sitting down, because it's just weird. It does not, like, it does not. It's a weird position to be in, and you're not comfortable. You're sitting like this, and you're like, what the hell is this about? You just want to stand. That's just what you
It's
do.
just
You're trying to
unnatural.
stand. Yeah. Don't you agree there? Come on.
I have no idea. I think.
Well, wouldn't it be weird for women to go to the toilet standing up?
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's your
Topic
answer.
closed. We know the answer. Can I have all your passwords on your phone?
I think you already do.
I know, but it's a question, so I didn't want to ask it though.
Yeah. I don't care. Go ahead.
There's nothing to hide, right? Like, I think it's also like a private thingy that you do not ask that.
Well,
as a standard,
I'm gonna be like this.
but-
Like, you could. I know a lot of people have like, no, you can't see this and this. I actually have nothing to hide from you. But sometimes I do, and then when you can see everything, it kind of sucks. That's the only thing.
You mean with surprises or something?
Yeah, just stuff you know you don't want to tell yet, or like last year I planned our anniversary trip, and because she knows all my passwords and she even has my Instagram stuff and stuff, there would be no surprise whatsoever. So sometimes I'm like, yeah, am I supposed to say now I'm going to change my password and you can't
You did
look?
tell me, yo, don't check.
Yeah,
my
exactly,
mail.
and that always ruins the surprise.
It's not like I ever do that, to be honest. Also on Instagram, I just upload stories because I have an iPhone. He has a Samsung, and sometimes iPhone works better for that. But
True.
that is it.
True.
So.
No, you can have my stuff. I mean, you forget anyway.
Thank you. Okay. First thing a guy notices on a girl. I think this is really personal, but what do you
The
notice
face.
first thing?
I love faces.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm a face person.
I love that.
Like some
actually.
people say I'm a ass person. Don't get me wrong, I love that too. But a face is the most attractive part of a woman to me. Eyes, smile, lips, like the whole face.
Okay.
And it catches way more attention for me than any other body part or whatever you call it.
I think that's maybe a second. It should be a second.
What?
I think. A second thing that you notice the face first and then a body. I think.
Well, sometimes you notice the body. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but
sometimes you do.
like in optimal
It's just
situations.
to me, if somebody has a really great body, but your face is like, I'm like,
Yeah, okay, I get it.
whatever.
Okay, cool. Is it a bad thing if a girl never had sex before you? So if she's a virgin when you just got together?
That's a deep ass question.
Mm-hmm.
Aha.
Okay.
It depends on your age.
What?
If it's for me specifically,
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah, but you... Okay, how old are you? Please tell the people.
31. But
Then
then
it's
still,
different.
Then still, no, it doesn't matter. It's about if you're young and you're both inexperienced, it's no problem because you're just trying to figure it out. Then still, experience would be like preferred because one of the two can, like, if they are communicative.
But what if you're the one with experience and she is not? Does that matter?
If you, if it's a relationship, then I don't think so because then you have the time.
Even if it's a date, like in general, like, doesn't matter.
Like I said, if it's a relationship and you have the time, because you don't want to rush things, and if you only have like a one night stand, you don't have the time. Well, you do. It depends.
I think it's funny because all your answers are like depends on the situation.
Yeah, but it does. There's no one answer. Who the hell has one answer?
No.
It's the same if you ask me like, what is your favorite food? Well, it really depends. It always depends.
That is
so,
true.
People, it always depends. Things
Depends.
depend.
But for you, right now, would it matter if we just got together?
It wouldn't
and I'm a
matter
virgin?
because you have the time to adapt to each other, to be there and just teach, ask, see, and then it doesn't matter. And if it's a relationship, you have the virgin in this case might not be as comfortable, so then you have time.
True.
But in
if it's
other
like
situations, you might feel pressed and act like you're not a virgin or whatever.
I get that.
So that's
Oh,
why I
yeah,
always say
but-
it depends. It really
Okay,
depends.
it really
I'm
depends.
sorry for these long ass answers.
Is it okay for guys to catcall a girl?
That's like whistling and stuff, like, right?
Whistling, saying, yo, hey, hot stuff. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. All the annoyance.
I hardly believe anybody answers that, so no. I think most women think it's weird, and well, there are some women who like it because I actually saw that in a documentary.
Yeah?
They go like, yeah, then you know you're wanted, so that's great.
Oh.
So
I
there are
think,
women
like,
who
the
are like
general
that, but in
population
general,
of our
women don't
girls
like it. So
don't.
Well, the question is if it's okay.
Yeah.
And
But catcalling is never like a positive thing, actually.
no. Well, then no.
No, right?
No, because it sounds like, I don't know the term specifically, but
Harassment.
yeah, it's like harassment. If that is catcalling, so I wouldn't like know if you would, what
Did
the
you ever do
definition
that?
is. No, because it's weird. Like,
It doesn't.
what are you gonna say?
I always wondered. That was also.
And my thing was always like, if that person does react, what kind of person is that anyway?
Yeah, but that was the next question. Like, does catcalling give any like result? Why do guys believe and internally believe that catcalling is like a way
Well, like
into
I
a
said,
date?
some women are into it, and some women,
Bruh.
and actually women in general, don't like kind and quiet guys. It's a thing. They do not like
At first they do.
politeness.
But that is like the mind fuck we have.
Yes,
I know.
and it's a real bitch.
I get that. I truly get that, because a guy that is like a little bit more
Yes,
feisty
he's
and stuff
assertive, and that
is
is where
more attractive
catcalling comes
sometimes.
from, because you have the instant attention, and a lot of people still believe that that's gonna work. But I really believe that those people have more shots at a woman than somebody who's just quiet and goes like, hey, and introduces themselves on the street. Because
But it's the way they do it then.
I guess, but a woman also, even if you are a kind guy and just want to ask her out on a date and she's walking on the street, she would not listen to you in the first place.
It's just
Right?
it's just not the place to do something like that.
No, so
I
then
think. Unless-
catcalling would be the
unless
fastest way.
He's really, really kind and just like,
But then
hey,
still,
I'm so
most
sorry
people
to ask you
don't
this,
want that
but
on the street. So
it's a half-half.
I wouldn't call it to be answering the question. I wouldn't be calling it okay.
No.
And I wouldn't suggest anybody to do it.
Guys, if you're listening.
And girls, don't
Just
catcall
don't.
me either, please. Yes, because let's be honest,
Yep.
women do so too.
Does body count matter? And body count, for the people that are watching that don't know what that is, it's how many guys a woman had sex with, or a guy had sex
Yes.
with a woman, like, or whatever
Yes.
you prefer.
Yes.
It does, right?
Yes.
And why?
Because it matters.
Why?
Because it says something about you, which doesn't need to be bad, but it says something about you. And if that saying is not fitting the other person, it won't work. Like if you're a guy and you've been with 40 women and you're 22, it says something about you. And if
True.
the woman does not like that, it matters.
Do you think it's okay for a guy to have more body counts than a woman?
Body count is always okay to me.
True, that is fine.
Because
But
it's
what
live
if
your life. I mean, live your life, but
what? Okay, what if like if you had like 30 people before me and I had one?
yes.
Like, do you think it's a bad thing from your side then,
No.
or not?
No, it's not. It's just a choice and a life. I wouldn't call it a lifestyle, but it's life decisions.
And then it's up to
And
me if
it's
I think
up to
you're
you
still
if you
likable,
mind.
right? Yeah.
It's up to you if you mind. Like,
True.
if you don't mind, and you go like, well, it's no problem to me as long as he's faithful to me, blah blah blah, then it's fine. And it's the same the other way around. Like in theoretically speaking, like if a woman has 50 bed partners and she's 25, that's up to her. But I do
Yep.
think that you have to be honest about it with your partner.
Yep.
And if he goes like, well, the more experience for you, that's great for me, then fine. But if he's like, well, then you must be this like outgoing type, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, then be honest with that, and then you might not match up. But other than that, like, I wouldn't shame a woman about it, but it does say something about you, and it forms opinions. So,
Okay.
but it does count.
That's fair. Okay, the last question is a little bit of a personal thing, I think. But this girl is asking, why do boys speak to girls for a while, then blow them off? Like out of nowhere. Boom.
How am I supposed to know?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's because you're a guy. That's just it. But like in general, what do you think?
Well, it can have
Why?
multiple reasons. One,
It's very personal, but
you could be really, really boring.
Is that a thing from guys that they
It's
all
a
of a sudden
thing from
think, okay, you're boring,
everybody.
goodbye?
Like if you're talking to somebody and the conversation never moves to anything more than, hey, how you doing? How's work? Yeah, great. You wanna hook
But
up
why
this
do you
weekend?
keep it like on then for such
Because
a long time? And all of a
some-
sudden, like, boom, you change your mind.
Well, I think it's
A lot of
just-
men do that.
I think
actually.
it's I can't answer that. I think it's very personal and it really depends on the situation and the people involved. But
I
it's the
get that.
same in relationships. Why do you keep a relationship for 3 years and then go like, alright, I'm done? Yeah, because after a while you might not feel the same and you might have evolved, changed
Yeah.
about what you thought you wanted or what you thought somebody else was. And then you're like, well, that's not me anymore, or it doesn't fit
I
me.
think like the difference is that women in general, I think, like correct me if I'm wrong, but we tend to speak to you if we like you. If we don't like you, like a slightest second, we break things off. And guys
yeah.
would like always pretend to like you for a long time, and then all
I
of a
don't
sudden,
think it's
okay, it's done.
pretending. I don't think it's pretending. I think it's like there is some part of a woman they like, but there's also other parts they don't like. And if those don't likes are really like big don't likes,
Yeah.
it's like, nah, you gotta go.
But do you realize that in like a day, like most of
Well,
the
you
time,
might.
women notice right away. That's why I'm
Yeah,
asking.
but like right away is weird because you might not even scratch the surface with some people.
I know, but that's the problem with a lot of women.
Yeah, I know, but like, yeah, so it's
We're difficult beings,
it's
but yes.
everybody is difficult, but it's kind of like, yeah, if you have like this certain trait that you might not pick up on the first time, but after a while you might go like,
So maybe guys have more patience in that.
I don't call it patience.
Or-
I think it's like
What
testing
testing out.
and seeing what it is.
That's actually
Some
a
people do
thing.
not show their true colors right away.
True.
So, and it doesn't mean that it's bad, but
Yeah.
it could be a thing that somebody else just doesn't want. And it could be like maybe that person is way too sweet and you didn't notice at first, but that person cares way too much about random ass things.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, if you care about all those things, you're not my person because I don't give a fuck about it. Or it could be anything else. So I don't really have an answer. I think there's many reasons. Also depends on the stage of the dating, if that's what it is at that point. So maybe they met and had dates and then you don't think, or maybe they had sex and they didn't like it, or he didn't like it, or maybe that was his goal in the first place.
So
You don't
many
know.
questions, so many reasons.
So yeah, that's why it's called dating.
I know.
I mean,
It's just like
you
I
have
don't
to
know.
you
It's a
have to
difficult
figure it
thing.
out, and a mindset is still a mindset.
What you mean?
It's a mindset that you have to find somebody else. You have to find somebody else's mindset, and then you know if that person fits with you.
Yeah, true.
And if it could be your mindset that you don't even want a relationship, but you can't say that on the first date. You can't find that. You have to go through it.
Well, you can, but
Yes, you can, but I mean, if the other person doesn't tell.
true. Okay, girls and guys who are watching this, everyone who's watching this, thank you so much for watching. I hope you find it interesting to hear maybe a different kind of perspective on things.
How did
and
I do?
In this case, well, I really loved your answers. Like you're
It's
just
thorough.
no, but seriously, like that's also like one of the first things that I really liked about you. You're always so thoughtful in the things you say and the way you feel about things.
Well, when you have time
So-
to think about things,
Yeah, but you
your
think.
answers are better.
You think, and that is a big thing for men in opinions about women.
Don't
in
downgrade
general.
us.
I'm sorry, but it is in general.
You think,
In
and that's
general-
a big
No, no,
thing
no, no,
for
no.
men.
No, but in general, I think guys are like really judgmental, and women are too. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes maybe too fast. And I really like that you analyze shit before you put
I
it
do.
out there. So
I do.
yeah, I think you did good. Let me know. Let me know what you think.
Yes. Let me know in the comments what
Cool.
you think.
Yeah, anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Do a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you girls and guys in the next video.